back on working on the front end of the Falcon today. We're going to try to get the front frame wheels, finish trimming them up, and get it sanded down good and get a coat of weldable primer on it, which I tried to get some during the week, but I couldn't find any local, so I actually went to Amazon, ordered it on Amazon, so it's here now. So we're trying to outrun the rain, so plan is to get some cutting and grinding done and then a coat of primer on it, and then we'll probably have to wait till tomorrow and actually get the cross member test fitted again, measured out, and then tacked in. So follow along and we'll hopefully finish this car one of these days. Thanks. Bye. Alright, if you just saw that, got the frame rails trimmed up and got them ground down. Still gotta figure out a little bit, but I'm gonna work on the passenger side some more. It's pretty banged up, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So the passenger's frame rail, I don't know if it comes out in video, but right here is a pretty big dent in the frame, and it's gonna kind of be where I need to weld. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drill a hole on this side and just put a punch in there and see if I can knock out most of the dent, which is kind of hard to see, but hopefully you can kind of see it right there. So hopefully I can just drill a hole on the other side, throw a punch in there and knock that out. Maybe that'll help this thing be a little straighter too when we get ready to do some measuring on it. Alright, so I drilled a hole right there and used my punch, and I actually got the dent out pretty good. We were going pretty good along until I took a big old chunk of my arm out with this little sharp edge right here, so I had to go inside and make sure. I might have to go get a tetanus shot. I don't know the last time I got one, but so it's looking a lot better. I will have to get my welder out and weld up all these cracks before we put the Mustang 2 on, because it's a pretty big crack right here, and then there's the two up top. It's like that one's really big, and then that one's pretty big too, which I'm hoping I can use the hole and maybe get the metal back up where it needs to be, and I'll just weld it up and grind it down, just so hopefully that'll help the Mustang too be a little bit stronger. But we'll keep at it. Alright, so got it all welded up. There's quite a bit of trash on the back of the frame rail, so the welds are pretty ugly. I just kind of stitch weld it because it's so thin. It burns through really easy if you try to, maybe not you, but if I try to weld it, I'll just burn through it. So I just kind of stitch weld it, but there's still a lot of crap on the inside of the frame rails I can't get to, and that's why the welds suck so bad. But we're going to grind them back smooth anyway, so not too worried about it. Alright, so battery went dead in my other camera. Still got this one chugging along. Looks like we've been pretty lucky with the rain. Looks like we might get a thunderstorm popping up here in a second. But it's good. It's hot. And I'll show you what I got going on. I got the frame rails all sanded down, ground down and fitted, and I'm gonna go ahead and prime it just in case it rains tonight, so I don't have to regrind all this stuff in the morning. But, So this is stuff I got off of Amazon, supposedly weld through primer. So we're gonna give it a shot, see what it does here. We'll shake it up, but you can see I got this one. I went ahead and welded the top just to give it a little more strength, because I had cut the pinch welds out. You can see where the pinch welds are on the top there of that lip, and I'd cut those, so I went ahead and welded where I'd cut it just to give it a little more strength. And then got everything ground down. Went ahead and ground the bottom too, but you're probably not gonna be able to see it. And same thing on this side. Got it ground down and ready to prime. So we're gonna prime it up, and then the plan tomorrow will be to throw a cross member in here, hopefully, get it tacked in and test out a wheel and a fender and see if I messed up or not. Hopefully. I think the measurement's right. It looks good, so we will see. I still got to make sure. Last thing I got to do is when I get the cross member back in again, is I got to make sure it's level. Because, but just by eye, it almost looks like this one's just a smidge higher. But I don't know. It might just be messing with me. I've looked at it for so long, and it's hard to tell because this part's definitely turned up, but it looks like it starts coming up right there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. Let's get to painting. All right, so got both frame rails primed in, which you can see this one okay, and then you can tell that one was mangled in the wreck. But looks like everything's gonna work. So tomorrow, depending on the weather, we'll get out here, get the cross member in, get it tacked in, hopefully hang an A-arm on one side and a spindle and a wheel, and then we'll throw a fender on. Probably do the driver's side since I got the most of the apron there for the fender, and we'll make sure it's in the right spot before we final weld it. So yep, making progress. Thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below if you got any questions or ideas or ways to do things better. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.